Hello, this is Bill Keach. I am here today to talk about the integrated SunDebugger and error handling, as well as how do I debug something through the PLB web server. So in this case, I'm starting off with a file. It has a problem in it, and what I'm going to do is just run it, execute it. Oops, it blows up here. So what options do we have? Well, number one, under the tools, we can end up actually looking at our last runtime error, and what it will do is allow us to go back and forth inside the file for the actual error, and of course anything along the call stack. And you'll notice that what we do is we show the line that would be right after the error. So when you look for the error, then you look one line past where you would be going to here. So now that we've seen that there's an error, maybe we want to look at it in a little more details. So in this case, we're going to run the integrated debugger and debug the sample. And we will start stepping through. And we realize, okay, we'll take a look at the files here, and that seems to be closed. And as we step past, we suddenly see that our issue is that looking under Quick Watch, but the value of prep is 0. And if we actually continued on to this point and just let it run, we would see that we got an error. In this case, it shows the exact error line, and we still could do such things as look at the file status, which is closed. We could look at various variables, as I said once again, say prep. So for example, if I just typed in Quick Watch there for prep, and you'll notice that also in Quick Watch that we do have the capability of allowing you to put partial in and then looking that up. And we can see that, just a minute, prep really should have been double quote 1, double quote, not what we currently have. And we do have a capability of changing that even before we go back in the debugger. What we can do is we can come here, say clear read only, put our double quotes, and what we want to. We can come back, we can say save, so the file is saved, and then we can say, let's get out of this debug session. We'll get back, we'll reload the file that was changed in the debug session there, so that we see it's now double quote 1, double quote. And of course this should run just fine. Or if we run it through the debugger, that we can now see that it runs through fine. So step into, the prep now happens, we do our read, and then we end up stepping out, and going over, stopping, and then we'll do our quit and return. So that's some of the error handling capabilities. Now another question that people have had is, how do we debug something that's running through the web server? Well, you can't obviously debug it right now directly out of the IDE, but you can use SunDebug to debug it. So in this case, what I've done is I've gone and defined my own user tool, which is a debug web server. And if you look in options and we look at user tools, you'll see that all that is I've given a name of debug web server. Command line is PLB-win. Argument is SunDebug. So all I'm trying to do is run SunDebug by itself. I have a web server that's up currently. And what I can do is take a look at some of the command lines I have. For example, in this case, the answer program I want to debug. So I can compile it up, the rebuild. I then can copy it to where I want it from the web server. The easiest way for this is I'm just going to open the containing folder in a command. I'm going to then copy my command line, which would copy it into the area that I would want to debug. I would then bring up the debugger first using my user-defined tools. So that would bring up SunDebug. That would allow me to connect in. Then I would create a command line that runs the program answer through the debugger with the run option -dw, which is debug and wait. In this case, we'll bring up Firefox. We will enter that so that he's debugging and waiting. We will then connect through the debugger. And there, we're actually debugging the program that is running on the web server through SunDebug. And of course, we can step in as we take a look at anything that we wish. We can see that the files are now going to be opened here. So as soon as we step, we see there, open share, and we'll move this apart so we can see. We can continue stepping down. We can check our Cordova state. So it's 0, we're not running Cordova. And we can continue on this way. And then of course, when we do something such as terminate, we'll be back in the debugger. See that we're in a shutdown case there. And when we can look at other things if we wished. For example, we could look at arg1 to see the type of data that we have. We can expand this out a little bit so that we can see what kind of an event we had. We could also look, for example, the event on the event stack that caused us to come to this point. We can finish up, close up our debug session, close up our window, and of course now we're just back into the IDE. You also can run SunDebug if you wish right off the command lines. In this case, for example, I could use the DG, which would say don't break at the first line, just continue on, and then run SunDebug to debug it. Or in cases where you also want to use your own port number, you can specify port numbers. And in this case, when I need to debug the IDE and to debug the debugger in the IDE, then I need to run SunDebug on a different port number. Well, I hope this video has been informative, and hopefully we're producing some more in the future. Thanks for now. Goodbye.